start off with just the departure of Randall. Can you kind of talk about your reaction to the news?
I was kind of shocked, bittersweet. I hate it. You never want to see anyone like lose their job, but this to help us moving forward and help the team. Then, I'm all for it. So just an unfortunate situation, but it's just time to put our focus, on the team now and try to get better.
How did you get along with him personally?
Personally, I got along with him, pretty good. Just try to. I mean, we all know he was kind of a hothead kind of at times. So I just kind of tried to be like that big brother for him and just try to help him along the way in any way that I could. As a good teammate, just trying to be a good teammate / brother off the court. So I got along with him pretty well.
Do you see that kind of hot-headedness have an impact on the way the side was performing, the way the side was training?
I think maybe at times, kind of. It kind of was a small sample, honestly. Just 6 games, but some people are passionate. They play with their emotions on their sleeves, and I could say that things got to him, and he kind of showed it more often than some other players. Maybe just how he is and who he is, but I think he's probably been like that for a long part in his career. So I don't think he doesn't think it affects him, if that makes sense. But I didn't see it affecting him too much. He was making shots and had good numbers. But like I said, it's a small sample. So who would have known going forward, what would have played out as far as, him controlling himself and being able to produce.
Antonius, it's been reported that some of the players went to staff or went to the coach, head office, and said, "We can't play with Craig."
Yeah.
Were you part of that? Did you hear anything along those lines?
I just heard about a couple of meetings that he was in there, that he was actually took part in. I didn't hear about anyone going to anyone on their own. I didn't hear about that, and I wasn't a part of that. It wasn't me. But yeah, I know Craig was in a couple meetings talking about his situation and his behavior with some players and the staff. So I do recall that happening. But as far as players going on their own to front office and whatnot, I wasn't aware of that, and it wasn't me.
You played in Wollongong and Illawarra last year.
Yeah.
They're looking for a player. Melbourne United are looking for a player.
Uh-huh.
Would you recommend Craig for those roles? Would he play well in Illawarra? Would he play well in Melbourne?
I think he'll play well from a producing standpoint, but I'm the kind of player I like to keep my name clean. I don't want to suggest anyone and something happen and it doesn't work out, and now I lose credit. So I wouldn't suggest him. This is just me personally. If someone asks me about him, I'll give my honest opinion just because I want to be honest and truthful. You never know who you would need 5 years from now, so I want to be truthful about everything. But I think he can definitely help those teams. I wouldn't be shocked if he stayed in this league or whatnot, but I wouldn't just suggest anyone to sign him. This is something that they should do if they want, but I give my opinion, an honest opinion, if they came my way and asked for it, I guess. But who's asking me, right?
So you would be shocked if he played in the league, or you wouldn't be shocked? Sorry.
I kind of wouldn't be. He's a good player. So maybe some people can think that they could work through it, I guess. It's a high risk, high reward, with a talent like that. So that's what I'm saying. I kind of wouldn't be shocked. Like Illawarra needs some scoring. So if they made that decision, I wouldn't be shocked. They're struggling on offense. So it would kind of make sense. It's just everything that comes with it. He's a talented player, so I wouldn't be shocked to see him land on a team that needs scoring.
Well, you would have played against him a bit in shoot-around and training and so forth. If he were to play for Wollongong, for Illawarra, and you had to guard him, who would win that battle?
I think I would. I think I kind of know how he plays, and I kind of know what he doesn't like and stuff like that. So I think it'll work in my favor for sure.
And looking ahead now, without Craig as part of the group, you played well without Craig in that one game where you did play Illawarra.
Yeah.
Do you think you can be a better team in his absence?
Yeah. Even with him, we're at the bottom of a lot of things. So the only way we can go is up, in my opinion. And more minutes for guys like Anthony Dremick and Sunday Deck. Those are guys that's proven in this league who know how to play. And I think they can only help us, as well as, me stepping into a bigger role and having a bigger impact. I think we got the pieces. Everything is in front of us. It's just about how we respond and react going forward. But I think the group's mindset is ready to, people counting us out. They've been counting us out. off to our slow start, and after this release, people probably think that we don't have enough. So guys are motivated, and I'm confident that we'll be able to, turn this thing around quickly when it gets back going.
So the finals, the championship is still the goal?
Of course, 100%. That's what I came here for. I think if you're not playing for a championship, then you're wasting your time. I mean, obviously you got teams that's struggling, but anyone, like the races, it's anyone's championship in my opinion. It's Sydney's at the top and New Zealand, but no one knows. This is crazy, You can see how close everything is. So I think everyone should be thinking championship. If you're not, then I mean, what are you waking up to play for? I guess so. In my opinion, definitely, still championship is still the goal. From my opinion.
Just looking to the future, just in the short term against Melbourne, do you think all this kind of attention will have effect on how you guys perform? Or?
I think the attention is coming from you all. Honestly, I think us as a group. I mean, we're not really talking about them. We're moving on with practice, and we're having good practice, stacking good days, and just got to deal with, the people writing stories in the media. But it's more so from, the media doing their job. Our job is to play, and I think that's our focus. I don't think it's a distraction. Moving forward, we know what we can do. We know what we have. So I think we're all locked in as a group, and we know what we got to do.
And so how are you feeling coming up against Melbourne next?
I think we need to win, on the road. I think it'll be a great win for us to, get stuff on the right track. And also silence a lot of things, It doesn't take much to, for people to get to writing more stories and, they need Craig. So I think that'll help. If we come out and win right away, that'll help us as well. But, nevertheless, it's not about any of that. Just about us getting better and trying to make a push to get better as a team, late February and whatnot. So definitely we need to win, though. Coming off just drop Perth, so we need to win regardless. If Craig was here or not, that's a game we need to win.
NAC, you trained this morning. Was there a different vibe? Was it like a weight had been lifted off? Was there that sort of feeling with Craig there?
No, it's the same vibe. I mean, Craig was pretty good in practice. Just had situations where, his emotions would get the best of him, and, he would, go back and forth with coach just like a player and coach does. So practices were never just, hard or anything like that. It's just about channeling that, in the games and putting that focus towards winning the game. I think that's what everyone saw, and that's kind of like the problem was with him. As far as like practices, I mean, he was a good teammate in practice. It's just when adversity hit, sometimes his emotions got the best of him. In my opinion, I would say, but like he was always good in practice.